welcome to my channel Go Digit. Today in this video we will learn about confirm management. So what is confirm management? Confirm management is a code unit which has been a part of the system application. Okay, so for example here I have created a project and currently this project has nothing. It has no AL file available, but I have downloaded the symbol, so you can see here that one of the default, or one you can say the base system application from Microsoft. If you click on this and go to the code units, you can see here that two system code units are 26 and 27, which are nothing but the confirm management. Okay, so if we open this, here we can see that this standard code unit exposes the functionality to raise a confirm dialog with a question that is to be asked to the user. Okay, so this code unit has two functions. One is get response or default, and second is get response. Okay, so the only difference between these two functions is that if you use this first function, although the parameters are same, that first we can provide a string and second one is the default button. And if you see here also the same parameters are there, and they also both the functions return the boolean value. But the only difference is that if you use this function, you can see here the documentation that first of all it raises a confirm dialog box with the question and the default response which we provide here in the form of true or false. And now the major problem which we face with respect to the confirm dialog box, that if we are running that particular code unit with the job queue. So in that sense, because if the confirm dialog box pop up, then there will be no manual user intervention there. Nobody will be available to click on that yes or no button, right? So that's why if the UI is not allowed, then the default response is returned. That means if you use this function, then in case your code unit is running by the user, okay, in some processes, then obviously user can click manually on yes or no button. But if your code unit is running via a job queue, in that sense also, because there is no UI available there, so you just this function will return the default response which you will provide here. Okay, but in case of the second function, if you use, so the only difference is that if the UI is not allowed, the function will always return false. Okay, so for example, here I have opened the sales invoice, and let's say I want to post this sales invoice. So what I do is I click on post. So right now you can see that this confirm dialog box pop up, right? Do you want to post the invoice? So this string is nothing but what we pass here. Okay, the confirm question. Okay, this parameter, whatever string we pass here, this string will be uh, available in this area of the dialog box. Okay, and then yes or no, these are the default options. Sorry, but if you see this second option which you provide here in the form of true or false. So for example, if we provide true or if we provide false, so that option will be highlighted here. For example, here you can see that yes is currently highlighted. So yes is the default button and no is the other option. Based on the, if user don't want to click yes, then they can directly click on no. So this is something which I am running via a UI. But let's say I want to post the sales invoices via a job queue. So in that sense, this dialog box will pop up, but who will click yes or no, right? There is no user intervention there. So in that area, this function will help, that we can provide default button as true. So directly every time when this confirm dialog box will pop up during the job queue, the default option will always returned as true, and thus my sales invoice will get posted. Okay. So currently, before this standard code unit was available, there is a default way of writing this line of code is that I can write like this, that if confirm, this is the default dialog box function available. Okay, that do you want to post the invoice? Okay, and here the default option I can provide here as true. Then message invoice is posted, else message please click yes button. Right. So before this code unit was introduced, this was the default way of writing the code to generate the confirm dialog box. Okay, and there is no problem still. If you want to use that, there is no problem. But now, because Microsoft has have actually consolidated all this code and the problem which generally comes with this code, because you cannot directly write this code. In case any other developer add this code unit in the job queue, then this code will definitely generate an error, because here you guys have not handled the non-UI interaction. Okay, so generally if we don't want to, if we want to handle that as well, then we have to add this line of code that if GUI allowed, then, right? Because GUI allowed is nothing but that this function makes sure that there is a UI running on, and a user, a genuine user is actually working who can manually click on yes or no button, right? So rather than handling all these problems and the conditions via your code and you write all the code manually, Microsoft have given us this standard code unit, which we just have to call the functions and everything gets handled by the standard code unit itself. So for example, if I write down this, so let's go to the definition of this function. So here you can see that they have actually handled the GUI allowed condition as well, and then only they are giving us the default option. Okay, I mean they are passing the default option, and which gets through this boolean parameter. Okay, so the simple thing is that you just have to create a variable of confirm management code unit, and rather than writing this line of 4 or 5 lines of code, you can write like this, that if confirm management dot get response or default or get response. I have already explained you the difference between these two functions. So obviously I want to handle my job queue part as well, and I want the default option should be passed in case non-UI process is running. So let me select this, and do you want to post the invoice, and default option should be true, right? So that's it. Like obviously you can write this message as well, but this is the way now which you can use to handle all this part. You no need to write this line of code, at least for with every confirm function which you write down in your processes, right? So at least you are saving one line of code. But obviously Microsoft is giving us this system standard code unit, so rather than using this, we should start using this confirm management code unit to handle our user interaction part in both UI and non-UI processes. Okay, so that's all in the today's video. I know this is a very short video, but because the concept is small, but I feel that it is very important to discuss this part as well, so that we can now refine our code wherever we are writing the confirm dialog box function. We should replace that code with this confirm management code unit functions, right? So that's all in the today's video. If you like the video, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video.